Yo, RX back with another recap. I was not even sure what to say there. The first time I ever done this. Recap of Dana White's Contender Series 2025 Week 1. We back and here for the first time with our first ever recap of the Contender Series. Yeah, this is something I thought about doing a few months ago, and now this is something I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna do breakdowns for it because I don't really know anybody unless they're returning. So, and I'm just guessing. Like, I know I made picks here, but they were literally just guesses from looking at their resumes and shit, so breakdown would be fucking useless. So, but I will do recaps for it, and I think that's fair. I did recaps, a recap for Road to UFC, and I'll do a breakdown recap for it next week. I'm going to do a recap of the tough season overall on Thursday. So I feel sorry to do this. I wish I could do breakdowns for more. Again, I would love to do a Contender Series breakdown, but I'm not doing tape study. Would love to do a tough breakdown, but it's pre-taped. And I will do a Road to UFC semi-final breakdown because I've now seen them all fight. So, but yeah, I think this is a good first. I think this is a good new idea. It gives you another video for the week. That's not on Friday. It's not gonna be a long one. It should only be like maybe half an hour at most. I doubt it'll even be that long. I think it's a good idea. We all love the Contender Series, and y'all don't care about my opinion, but I'm gonna tell y'all it anyway. So yeah, I'm hope y'all like this new idea, and let's get into it. So yeah, Contender Series is back. Week 1 happened, well, from when this video is coming out last night for me in recording time a few hours ago. And it was not great. It was not great. But like most week 1s, it was not great. I know last year's was pretty good, but a lot of the time week 1 is not strong. I remember the Joe Pyfer year a couple years ago. Yeah, that was a bad week 1. So, but yeah, this was not a great one. And we'll talk about why. Of course, we're gonna do like a normal recap. Talk about the fight, talk about the fighters, and not gonna do a fight idea for the guys who got contracts most of the time. And yeah, just a normal recap. I know this is kind of not my normal intro, but it's the first time I've ever done this. Get y'all an idea what this is for future. And yeah, I think y'all can understand it. I'm excited to do it. I'm excited to give y'all more content video-wise. I know I only really do 2 videos a week. I know I do plenty of streams, and not many are good. Sorry that last night's after party, where the fuck it was 8 titles it had, kind of sucked. But what can you do when I'm kind of thrown into the deep end? I was expecting to get more people on, but you know, whatever. Yeah. We'll see if I do a Wednesday stream tonight. I doubt it. From what I heard, I'm not doing it. So, we'll see. But I'm getting it off topic. Contender Series Week 1 recap. Wasn't a great episode, but there was still a little bit good on it, and I'm ready to talk about it, so let's do it. Let's stop rambling about bullshit. I'll talk about that at the end of the video. And yeah, I'm ready to recap. Do my first ever Contender Series recap, so let's do just that, shall we? So, Dana White's Contender Series 2025 Week 1 Season 9 recap. Last thing to do before I get into it is please, the normal YouTube bullshit, like, comment, and subscribe. 200 subs to go by the end of 2025. And with that being said, I got nothing left to say. Ready for a first ever Contender Series recap? I know I am. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get into it. As always on the Contender Series, there was 5 fights. Everyone made weight like you're meant to do, and let's get into it. As we had our first fight of the season, and it was not a good one, but shockingly, looking back, it might have been the 3rd best fight of the night. As we had in our first fight of the season in the middleweight division, a weight class that had 3 fights on this card. They really want middleweights and only got 1. As we have our opening fight of the season, the Russian polar bear Yuri Panferov versus Christopher El Tanky Ewert or Ewert. Yeah, they really fucked up putting this as the opening fight of the season. I don't know why they would do that. This had a shitty fight written all over it, and they somehow put this as the opening fight of the season. So, good job there, UFC. Yeah, this fight sucked. I'm just gonna be blunt about it. This fight was bad. Somehow, again, probably the third best fight of the episode, but it was bad. I thought it sucked. And I don't think anyone else disagrees with me. This was a bad fight. And for 3 rounds, Yuri beat, well, in round 1 and 2, he beat Ewert on the feet and then took him to the ground late in the round to win the first 2 rounds pretty clearly. And then in round 3, he gassed, he was getting beat up on feet, so he took the fight down to control and take the round, make sure he wins. And he worked, he did, and he won a 30-27 decision. And Yuri Panferov gets his revenge on a Contender Series after losing 2 years ago to Torres Finney. Yeah, bad fight. I don't know what you want me to say. Like, Ewert was trying to have a fun fight. He was doing the Holloway shit, like, come on, let's fight, da da da. And Yuri was having none of it. He wanted to take him down. He did. He was scared to strike him. He was pretty gassed. So he fought smart, which, and this is kind of a running theme with this card. If this was a normal fight in UFC, then I would say good win. He fought smart and got a good win. On the Contender Series, you look like a fucking idiot who wasted his opportunity at getting a contract. Yeah. This was just a pitiful Contender Series performance. This is not how you get a contract. And obviously he didn't get a contract. Just a stupid-ass performance by Yuri. I don't know what, in a running theme, guys who did not fight for like they wanted a contract. And he was one of them. Fought like a fucking, like he was just trying to secure a win, and he did. But he didn't secure his ultimate prize, which was a contract, and he fucked himself, so... Not a great look there for Yuri. Win is a win, but on a Contender Series, you need more than just a win. He did not impress at all. He did not get a contract, so... Good job, dickhead. Bad fight to begin the season. Maybe, at the time, maybe one of the worst fights in Contender Series history, and God, did that change a few times tonight. Not much to say about that. Bad fight to begin the season. Got the win as the underdog, but... At what cost? You wasted everyone's time and you didn't get a contract. Good job. To talk about the fighters, and we're not, of course, like I said, we're not going to do fight ideas, especially when you don't get a contract. For Yuri, 9-1 now. Yes, he gets his Contender Series revenge, but at what cost? He's now going back to the regional scene without a contract, and now what? Maybe he'll get a contract someday. He's still young. He's only like about 29. He is Russian. But he's not exciting. I don't think he's that good at all, to be honest. Again, he lost to Torres Finney, which says a lot. So, I don't think we're going to see, like... I think the most of Yuri we ever see again is if maybe he gets a short notice opportunity in the UFC, which I doubt. Maybe the Ultimate Fighter? Maybe a third trip on Contender Series. Like, I don't think there's a possibility we see him again. But I think it's unlikely. He's just not exciting. I don't think he's very good. His striking clearly has no power, and his defense is pretty bad. He would lose to a lot of even subpar guys. You can make a case maybe an Ozzy Diaz would beat him. And then grappling-wise, he's okay. Not fantastic. His cardio sucks. He's just not a really good fighter. And he was the clear better fighter here, but he didn't get the contract, so... Doesn't really matter. High chance we see Yuri again, but we'll see. I could see him being on again if they do a middleweight on Tough next year, because they love that weight class. Or again, short notice opponent for somebody I could see, but outside of that, we're probably not going to see Yuri Panferov in the UFC, because he's just not good, so maybe but I doubt it. And then for Christopher Ewert, the idiot who missed weight for his UC debut, had to get sent back to Contender Series and still lost. Yeah, this dude's terrible. He doesn't block punches. His striking's okay offensively, but again, defensively it's shit. His cardio is not very good. His grappling's awful. Lost his O, and yeah, he's a tomato can. It's that simple. He's not good. He probably would have lost to Jackson McVeigh, I would have to imagine, if that fight actually went through. And yeah, Ewert's just not good. So, he shouldn't have got the second opportunity anyway after that weight miss, but yeah, he just sucks. I don't know what you want me to say. Sorry, Chile, you're not getting another good fighter today. You still have Ignacio Bahamondes. That's about it. And that's about it for this fight. Shitty fight to open the card. Yuri gets his revenge on the show, but for what reason? To get a shitty win no one's going to remember because he didn't get a contract? I don't really see the point. Good win, I guess, but for what? After that, speaking of good wins, I guess, but for what? Our second fight of the night, man, somehow wasn't the worst fight of the fucking episode, which says a lot, as we had in our second fight of the episode, another decision and another guy who did not fight for a contract at all, this time in the featherweight division for our first time of the season and only time on this card. We had our second fight of the season, Snake Eyes, Radley, da Silva versus George Mongos. Oh my god, Canada actually got a win on the Contender Series. I'm fucking shocked. But at what cost? Yeah, this fight was terrible. I'm not gonna waste a lot of time here. The Yuri fight was way better. And that says a lot, because that fight was garbage. For the first 2 rounds, Radley won a scrambling match with Mongos having the better of him on the ground and taking the first 2 rounds. But then in round 3, he gassed out. Mongos almost submitted him for like 2 minutes while he was on his back and was trying to lock into rear naked choke. No luck, but Mongos still clearly took the third. But it was too little, too late, as we always say, and Da Silva got to 29-28 decision win. Piss poor fight. Like, if you think Yuri didn't fight like he wanted a contract, Da Silva fought like he wanted one even less. They did not strike at all. They literally were on the feet for maybe a combined 15 seconds. And Radley won this fight with only 3 significant strikes. I'm pretty sure that number might have been 4. So that says a lot. He didn't do a lick of damage to this fucking kid. And yeah, this was pitiful. I don't know what to say. This was fucking pitiful. Yeah, terrible fucking fight. I don't know what else to say. For Radley, again, I think Yuri looked better. I thought Yuri showed like he acted like he wanted a contract more. And all you can say for Radley is, why did you show up if you were gonna fight like that? You clearly didn't want a contract. You don't fight like that if you want a contract. So he's 31 years old, I believe, 30 years old, and he doesn't have a lot of time left to get a contract. We know Dana doesn't like signing older guys, so fighting like this and winning but not getting a contract is kind of just hurting your career and yourself. I don't know why he would do this, but he did, and he fucked himself. So what, could we see him again? Maybe next year on Contender Series, or again a short notice appearance, but I don't know. I think Yuri is higher in the UFC's fucking good graces, and I think Radley's gonna kind of just get forgotten. You fought like a bitch, had one of the worst Contender Series fights of all time, threw 3 strikes, and won a boring fight. So happy Canada finally got a Contender Series win, because they took like 5 L's last year. But no contract, no new prospect, and a pathetic win. Again, for what reason did you show up? And then for George Mongos, who DC said his last name wrong about 500 times, this kid could get better and come back. He's now 7-1, 21 years old, born in 2003, so he's young. He can bounce back. I don't think he's good. At least grappling, I don't think his scrambles are good, but he doesn't do much outside of that. So we'll see. We didn't see a lick of his striking, so it'd been nice to see that, but maybe some other time. He'll probably be back. I could see him coming back maybe like 2027. He'll probably rattle off a few wins by then. I could see him coming back maybe even late next year's season. So he'll probably rattle off a few wins and be back on the show in a couple years when he's like 23, 24, 25. And we'll see how he does. Again, the dude's 21, not the end of the world for him. I don't think he's very good from what I saw. But again, we only saw his grappling, and he's elusive, but he doesn't do a lot on the ground. And his takedown defense is shit. So, yeah. I think he'll bounce back, more than likely. Again, he's young, he had a lot of hype on him, so we'll see. A lot of people said he was the #1 featherweight prospect in Australia, so that's kind of a big thing to have. He'll probably bounce back, and we'll probably see him on the show in a couple more years. But for tonight, I did not see anything worth to hype. I saw a shit fighter, a shit grappler, because we didn't see any fighting. They didn't strike for a second, so whatever. Not very much else to say. Mongoose is young. He'll probably be back in a couple years. Radley wasted everyone's time showing up to not fight. Shitty fight. Somehow not the worst fight of the night. And, yeah. Pathetic. Shitty. Waste of time. And, thanks for wasting everyone's time not trying to earn a contract, dickhead. There you go. After that, we get to the highlight of the card, the savior of the card of the night, whatever you want to call it. Our third fight of the card, going back to middleweight for the second of 3 on this card, and this was the best one by a mile, as we had our third fight of the card, our best fight of the card, our only finish of the card, and our savior of the card, as we had our third fight of the season, our first finish and first contract of the season. I'm gonna butcher this name. Baysangur Hunter Susurkaev versus Murtaza Talha. Now that's how you get a contract on the Contender Series. So, the fight started, Susurkaev, I know I'm butchering that as well, I'm sorry, I'm a stupid American. Talha kind of just bum rushed him after eating a few shots. For a few minutes, Talha just held him on the cage, and eventually they broke away at range, and after a few seconds, not about maybe 15-20 seconds of that, Susurkaev threw a beautiful teep kick body shot right to like the middle of his body, stomach area. Talha clutched his body, screamed out in pain, and laid down and quit. And Susurkaev got our first finish of the season, our first contract of the season, and the first guy who showed up actually wanting a contract this season. Great performance. He looked good. He got the first finish of the season. Beautiful body shot. Talha quit. Good performance by the short notice. I think like a week notice. Susurkaev. Good job. Pretty simple. Good job. Not very much else to say about the fight in that regard. Yeah, thank you for being the first one to actually try on this card. Much appreciated. Not much to say about Susurkaev. He's our first interesting prospect of the season. 9-0, 24 years old, a Khamzat Chimaev training partner. He now has 8 knockouts and 1 decision win in his career. This guy looks good. This guy looked really good. Of course, he's going to have good grappling, training with Chimaev. He has good striking. He's young. This guy looks like he's going to be good. Middleweight might have another good prospect on their hands, which is needed in a weight class that's kind of dry at the moment. And, yeah, Susurkaev is exactly what they need. A very, very good striker. Not a grappler. I know the Russian flag would make you think grappler. That's what I thought before I looked at his fucking only knockout record. And yeah, good on him, man. Came on short notice, beat the guy, looked good. Welcome to UFC, man. Again, Dana said it. He saved a Tuesday night. Be like Susurkaev. Pretty fucking simple. And then for his opponent, Murtaza Talha. Yeah, this dude's garbage. This was his second attempt on the Contender Series, and he lost even quicker and looked even shittier. This was his second attempt since that's 2 years ago when he lost to Rodolfo Bellato. Good job there, dickhead. He had one fight in between back in 2025 where it looks like it was a faked fight, so good job. And then he came back and got his ass beat, so good job. Yeah, this dude's garbage. Like, I don't know what to say, this dude's just fucking garbage. The only reason they tried to bring him on the show twice was because he's from Bahrain, which has no fighters. I think they got Shamil Gaziev, and that's it. So they would love to get in that market, but Talha's not it. He's garbage. At light heavyweight, against Bellato, he sucked. Against middleweight, against Susurkaev, he sucked. This dude's garbage, and this had to be his last chance. There's no way they're going to give him a third attempt after looking piss poor in both showings. He's garbage. It's that fucking simple. Well, I have no idea why he was on the show a second time in the first place when his only fight since was faked. So, yeah, he fucking sucks. That's simple. And, that's about that. Not very much else to say. Good one for Susurkaev. He looked good. He looked pretty damn good. Welcome to DWC. Saved Tuesday night, getting the only finish of the night. He said he would like to debut on Saturday. Not gonna happen, but I won't be shocked. He might get on that Aspinall Gone card. I wouldn't be shocked at that. So, yeah, man, he's good. Excited to see him in the UFC. Middleweight has a new good prospect, beating a guy who was on Contender Series a few years ago. So that's at least more than beating a new guy on short notice, no less. Good win for Susurkaev. Gonna be a name to watch this season. Well, from this season. And let's see how he does in the UFC. About that, thank you for saving the night, and welcome to the UFC. After that, we had our co-main event of the card in the welterweight division, our only welterweight fight of the night, and our first welterweight fight of the season, and it was a good one. I know it did go to decision, but it's not like the other 3 fights on the card that did. This was actually a fight. As we had our co-main event of the card in the welterweight division, our only other good fight of the card that deserved a contract, and got it, thankfully. We had in our co-main event of the card, Ty Thriller Miller versus Jimmy Drago. Good fight. Very good fight. Not competitive. Not really. But this was a good fight. For 3 rounds, Miller kind of pieced up Drago. Drago had moments. He did land a few nice shots. He did cut Miller in round 3. But overall, Ty Miller dominated. He clearly won this fight. And he, again, dominated. He looked good, showed good striking, good power. This was a fun fight. Drago's tough. We'll talk about that. Jimmy Drago is tough as nails. But, yeah, Miller beat the shit out of him pretty much for 3 rounds. Drago had a few moments, but nothing's worth round taking. And, yeah, Ty Miller got the win by decision. My first not perfect of the season. Damn you, Drago. And, yeah, good fight. Very good fight. Again, the only other decent fight of the night outside of Susurkaev. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought this was fun. Not amazing, but it's good. If this was on the UFC card, it would have been a fine prelim. So, yeah, good for good co-main, good one for Ty Miller. Not very much to say about the fight. It was one-sided like the other fights on the card that went to decision, but it was actually good. Drago didn't roll over and quit like some other guys on the card, so this was good. This was very good, and yeah, not very much to say about the fight, is there? Pretty one-sided. Fun, but one-sided. Let's talk about the winner and the other contract winner tonight. Ty Miller, welcome to the UFC. 6-0, 25 years old. 6-0-1 actually, but who gives a shit about a no contest? This is a weird case with Miller. He is good, but he's super green, which could be a detriment. We've seen that before with guys, Chase Hooper, Sean O'Malley, who when they were on Contender Series, they were really good, but they're so green. I think Ty Miller's another case of that. His boxing is really damn good. His boxing is crisp. He's ginormous for welterweight, 6'2", still smaller than Randy Brown, I think. But his striking is really good. He has good power. His cardio seems to be pretty decent, and then everything else. He doesn't really throw kicks. He's okay at blocking them, I guess. And then the big worry, especially going into welterweight, is his grappling. He says he can just get up from any takedown, but that's worrying. And of course he's not shooting takedowns, he's a boxer, so, that's not happening. But, yeah, I think the kid's good, but he's a little green. Dana did say he should go train at the PI for a little bit, which I think is genius. I'm happy he signed him. You couldn't really give him another fight this season because he took a lot of damage, so that was kind of off the table. So it was either sign him or wait till a later date, and he did do enough and looked good enough to get a contract tonight. So I'm happy he got it. He did take a lot of damage, so we probably won't see him till, I would probably say, next year. I wouldn't be shocked if he debuts in January, maybe late December, but I doubt it. More likely January. And he's good. Again, his striking is phenomenal. But it's everything else that's kind of worrying about him. His blocking's not okay. His defense is okay. His kicks are non-existent. His grappling is a giant worry. Again, I do think he deserved a contract. Because he is good. But he's extremely green. And you can even see that just from one fight. So let's see if he can fix up those problems and get better. He is only 25 and 6-0, so I don't expect him to be fucking George St. Pierre or fucking Sean O'Malley. So, yeah. Striking wise, Sean O'Malley. We know actually O'Malley's back in comparison because he can't grapple either. Never learned. So don't be like O'Malley. Learn how to grapple. And then for his opponent, Jimmy Drago, the only respectable loser of the night in terms of who lost on this card. He's tough. That man can take a lot of damage. He ate a lot of punches. He somehow only got... I don't even think he really ever got dropped. He got rocked pretty badly, but I don't think he ever hit the canvas, which is insane with how many punches he ate clean on the face. This guy's tough. Is he good? No, he's not really good at all. He landed a few decent shots on Miller, but nothing substantial. So, he's not very good, but he's tough. This dude can take a beating and just not quit. So good on him there. Got rocked 4 goddamn times. And should have been finished, but he survived. Good on him. Respect to him, man. Wouldn't be shocked if he gets a couple wins on a regional scene, if he came back maybe next season or 2 seasons from now. He is 30, so he's not the youngest in the world. But I could see him maybe coming back in next season around 31, maybe in 2 years at 32. Because he did put up a fun fight. Not a great fight, but a fun fight. And I could see him being one of the guys who gets a second chance. So, we'll see with Drago. I don't think he's very good, but he's very tough. Had a fun fight. Respect to him. The only respectable loser of the night, Jimmy Drago. Good job, man. Simple as that. And, yeah, good fight. Not really much else to say. Good co-main event. Happy Ty Miller got the contract. He deserves it, even for being as green as he is. I'm not going to do this often, but I would like to see him fight Billy Ray Goff. I think that'd be a really fun debut opponent for him. I doubt they'll do that. Don't give him a grappler. Please don't give him a fucking grappler. I think Billy Ray Goff would be a fun debut, but we'll see what they do with Ty. Again, he'll probably not debut till late this year, early next year from what his injuries look like. He was on crutches after the fight, so we'll see. But I'm happy he got a contract. He looked good, and he could be really good in this division as he gets better over time. So, good win for him. Drago, only respectable loser of the night because he's so tough. And good co-main event, boys. Welcome to the UFC. Tyler Miller. And finally, our main event of the card, the worst fight of the card, and maybe one of the worst Contender Series fights of all time, as we had in our main event of the evening in the middleweight division one last time, which really struck out. We got one good fight and 2 duds, so not a good overall. Not going to waste a lot of time here because this was a piss poor fight between, in our main event of week 1, and Ilian, the Gorilla Bouafia, versus Neemias Santana. Yeah, this was a joke fight. Right off the bat, it was a joke. In round 1, quickly into the round, Bouafia got taken down, and Santana went full fucking 1994 and headbutted him. Full force. Not even accidental. What the fuck? He did get a point taken, but I'm not gonna show the verdict score at you. I will, just because I'm gonna background. So he did get a point taken. Probably should have just been DQ'd straight up, because what the fuck are you doing? But, you know, maybe it's just me. They did continue after a few minutes, and Bouafia did win round 1. And then after round 1, it kind of began where Bouafia just ran away the whole fight. Round 2, he did very little, but I think he did enough to win the round, but neither guy did shit, to be honest. And then round 3, probably Santana's best round of the fight. He landed a few decent shots. He did get the fight down, clearly taking that round, in my opinion. A lot of people said this was a draw. I scored it 29-27. Bouafia, not like it matters. Neither was getting a contract either way. And, yeah, I think the judges got it right, but I don't really give a shit. They both looked fucking dreadful, and this was a pathetic excuse for a fight. How do you guys look like this in your Contender Series fight? The fuck is wrong with you morons? So, I'll just get to the chase. For Bouafia, the hyped up guy here, I get you got headbutted, but dude, you gotta fight eventually. You can't run around the cage for 5 minutes. Like, dude, you gotta fight, and he didn't. After that headbutt, he ran away. He threw barely anything the rest of the fight, and he looked terrible. He is terrible. He's a French fighter. What do you expect? They're not allowed to have good talent. And we're in Charrier. Sweet. He's terrible. I doubt they'll give him another chance because this was a piss poor performance. 28 years old, 7-0. Maybe he gets another chance. I'd be shocked because he gave the most piss poor performance of the night. And yeah, he sucks. I get you got headbutted and it was bullshit. But dude, you gotta fight after a while, and that's just something Bouafia did not do at all. And then for his cheating opponent, Santana, this dude's a tomato can. He cheated in round 1, and then the rest of the fight he just spammed taunts and yelling and shit like that. He barely did much. Round 3, he had an okay round, but it took you long enough. This dude's a joke, and he's never gonna be brought back again. The dude did a fucking headbutt like he's Dan Severn against Hoist Gracie. Like, what the fuck are you doing? This man's never coming back. He that simple. He's never coming back. This fight sucked. Neither of you guys deserve to even to be on the show, let alone a contract. Piss poor performance in the main event of week 1, no less. Idiots. This dude was scared to fight. This dude tried to fight like it's 1993. Dumbasses. We're never going to see either of these two cans again. I can almost be confident in that. Especially Santana. We're never seeing him again. I would be shocked if we see Bouafia again. They suck. Waste of a fucking fight on the show. And pathetic excuse to end it. Great opportunity wasting, boys. You fucking suck. And that's that. There you go. Boom. That was the recap of the fights. To go over, obviously, the 2 contracts for the episode went to Susurkaev and Ty Miller. I agree completely. There's no world you could give Yuri De Silva or Bouafia a contract. There's just no fucking world. There's just no way. I guess I'll show my picks. I just completely guessed and went 5 for 5, so I'll fucking take it. Again, that's why I'm not doing breakdowns. I'm just guessing. I don't do tape study unless the only way I know these guys is if they're coming back from a previous season. Besides that, I'm shooting fucking in the dark, looking at their resumes and their fucking profile pics on here. So, there you go. That's why I don't do breakdowns for this. I could, but it'd be shitty. So, you know why I don't. And I guess the only other thing to say is if you missed it, what should you go back and rewatch? Just rewatch 2 contract fights, obviously. Skip, and skip. So, yeah, I think that's pretty obvious. You don't want to watch the shitty fights of the night. Watch the good ones. And, yeah, I think that's about that, man. And not the best week 1 in the world. If I had to grade the card, I would say a 4 out of 10. And the only reason it's a 4 is because, again, I said it on stream last night, and I'll say it again here. It got 2 points for being week 1, being the return, so that's 2 points right there. And 1 point for Ty Miller, 1 point for Susurkaev. 4 out of 10. Could have been better. Not much worse. I was just lucky it was week 1. If this was like week 6, this would have been 2 out of 10. With it being week 1, I'll be nice to it. We did get 2 good prospects out of it. I'm excited to see Susurkaev in UFC. He's probably going to fight before the end of this year. Excited to see Ty Miller in the UFC. Whenever he makes his debut, he's going to be good. I was happy. I wish a few guys actually got the memo and tried to win a contract, but what can you do? Week 1's never usually the best episode of the season, and that kind of pokes its head out here. So there you go. There's episode 1 of Contender Series, and yeah, I'm excited for week 2 next week. There's only 1 returning fighter, so I know even less about next week's card, but I do think it's gonna be better, so I'm excited. Dana did good on the contracts. I'm happy he was harsh when giving out the contracts. He pretty much insulted all of these tomato cans, and yeah, he gave out the right 2 contracts. So happy about that. Got 2 good prospects out of week 1, and let's see what week 2 has for us. So there you go. First Contender Series recap in the books. We'll be doing this again next Wednesday. Same bat time, same bat channel. I cannot wait. And yeah, not very much else to say except for week 2. Let's see what that brings us. So yeah, not very much else to say. Tomorrow, Thursday, I will have a Ultimate Fighter Season 33 recap. So keep an eye for that. It won't be a very long video, just a quick little recap of the season overall. And so we'll do that. And then obviously Friday will be the breakdown for 319, which is going to be awesome. Stream-wise, I don't know if I'm doing a one on Wednesday. I don't think, but I have no fucking idea. I know I want to do it. It's my favorite stream of the week, but bullshit's gonna bullshit, man. So we'll see. Maybe tomorrow, the gods will shine upon us, but I have my doubts. So we'll see. If not, then the next stream will be Friday, the pre-party to UFC 319. And anything else? There will be some shorts out over the next few days, like always. And yeah, keep an eye out for those. I don't know, do those pop up when you turn on notifications? I hope. I don't think so, because no one watches mine, so I don't know. But I think that's about that. So, hope you all like this new idea. I'm happy to be giving you all more content video-wise, outside just a bunch of streams that no one watches, and shorts, really no one watches. So I hope you all enjoy this. And yeah, tell me, I hope you all enjoyed week 1. I'm excited for 9 more weeks of this, and let's hope week 2 is better. So first ever Contender Series recap in the books. So let's end it by saying, hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, subscribe. 200 subs goal by the end of 2025. And unless I'm going to say something which I don't believe I am, see y'all video wise tomorrow for the tough recap. And yeah, hopefully we stream on Wednesday night. And with that being said, as always, RX, under 40 minutes at least, shorter than usual, out. What the fuck was that? Good vibes only. And always be like Susurkaev.